Hi, ladies and gentlemen. We're back for the second section of the fourth lesson of our sequence unit. Woo! And our essential question is, how do I write recursive and explicit formulas for both an arithmetic and a geometric sequence? So we're going to go ahead, just like last video, I'm going to do one half of it, and you're going to do the other half at the end. Or you can pause the video and do it in between as we move along. Since this is a review of the second and third lesson in this unit. So the first thing says, I want to find a common ratio. So now I've moved on to the geometric side. We did all the arithmetic side last time. Now we're going to do the geometric side. So I want to know, what do I do to get from 4 to 20 and 20 to 100 and 100 to 500? Well, remember, I'm going to take this number and divide by that number. So I'm going to take 20 and divide by 4. What do I do to 4 to get 20? Well, I multiply by 5. What do I do to 5 to get 20? Multiply by 5. What do I do to 100 to get 500? Multiply by 5. So my common ratio is 5. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video and do problem L, and we'll be back in a moment. Okay, guys, so we're going to find the next 3 terms in our sequence. That means I need to know what my common ratio is. So what do I multiply 4 by to get negative 24? And what do I multiply negative 24 by to get positive 144? And what do I multiply 144 by to get negative 864? Well, I know what I multiply 4 by to get negative 24. That would be negative 6. So multiply. So now I'm just going to test it. I'm going to take my calculator and I'm going to say negative 24 times negative 6. Does that give me 144? And guess what? It does. And then I can test it one more time just to be on the safe side. I can say 144 times negative 6 gives me negative 864. So that is correct. So what am I doing? I'm taking my common ratio, which is negative 6, and I'm multiplying it by all the terms, right? So negative 864 times negative 6 is 5,184. Now I'm going to take 5,184 and multiply it by negative 6. Good. And I get negative 31,104. Okay, I need one more because it says 3 terms. Whew, this one's going to be big. So I take negative 31,104 and multiply by negative 6, and I get 186,624. ... Okay, and that is it. So go ahead and pause and do the next problem N, and have your answers ready for the end. Okay, so we're back now, and we are going to do problem O. Problem O says, find the explicit formula for the given sequence. So I have a sequence. I have my first term, second term, third term, fourth term, and I know I'm going to need my 0th term. In order to find my 0th term, I need to know what I do to get to each term. So what do I multiply negative 4 by to get 20? Well, I think negative 4 by negative 5. I think that's going to be negative 5. And negative 20 times negative 5 should be negative 100. And negative 100 times negative 5 should be positive 500. Good. So my common ratio is negative 5. So to find my 0th term, I need to find out what number I multiply by negative 5 to get negative 4. So how do I write that out? Algebraically again, what I just said. What number, I'm going to use a question mark this time. What number do I multiply by negative 5 to get negative 4? Whew. That's a tricky one. Well, let's divide by -5. So my question mark should equal positive 4/5, because remember, a negative divided by a negative is a positive. Good. Yeah. So that means my equation, or my explicit formula, should say f of n is going to equal 4/5 times -5 to the x power. My zeroth term times my common ratio, all raised to the x power. So go ahead and do problem P. So I'll go ahead and pause for you while you do P, or pause the video, and then when you come back, we'll finish the last one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, last problem. Okay, so the recursive formula is a little easier. I don't need the zeroth term. I just need to know what my common ratio is and my first term, and that's pretty easy because, right, the first one's the first term, second one's the second term, third one's the third term. There's a pattern there. So what do I multiply 2 by to get 8? 4. And 4 times 8 is, oh my gosh, 32. And if I take 32 times 4, you can do it in your calculator, you should get 128, unless, you know, I did something wrong, but I'm thinking that's right. So here we go. My next term equals my previous term times 4. And then I need my starting point. So f of 1 equals 2. Okay, that's all for a recursive formula. So go ahead and do it for letter R. And that will conclude our lesson for today. So you'll just finish the few little problems you have left in the Nearpod. So the last problems are P. I don't remember what they are, so sorry. Then you'll have a quiz on this again. You know, the quizzes are just to get you ready for the test, to make sure you know what you're doing. So we will see you in just a few moments. Have a good day, and I'll see you for the 5th and final unit in sequences in just a few minutes. Thanks, guys. Bye.